We're here to talk about some Crash Team Racing.
Oh, God.
Eve has never played it, so I'm going to try to sell it to him.
Sure.
Stay tuned, babies. Hello and welcome to another episode of Game & Scotch. My name's Aiden, and I'm joined by my good buddy, Eve.
Oh, God.
How are you?
I'm all right.
That's good. That's good. If you guys are watching this, for the first time watching, we are Game & Scotch. We are a show that combines gaming and drinking. Today we're drinking the Dead Elephant. It's an IPA from, it was like Railway City Brewing Company.
It is the Railway.
We've had this beer before, but this is like one of Eve's favorite drinks now.
Yeah, I had it one time on a show, and I actually just buy it all the time now, to be honest. It's so good. You know, it's based off of like an actual dead elephant, like it happened in Canada. It says it on the bottle, yeah.
So, like, it happened in, like, a circus?
An elephant called Jumbo met his demise in a tragic railway accident in St. Thomas.
Oh, my God.
An event that is forever remembered in the annals of beer Canadian history.
Oh, my God.
So they crafted this beer for him.
His feces were built into the beer.
That's where the hops come in.
That's not right.
That's
the hops.
His feces
Like,
fertilize the hops.
It's a very hoppy drink.
Yes.
That's not the hops. That's poo.
Exactly.
Oh, no. So today we're talking about, well, it's semi-review, like I'm kind of telling you about CTR. I was someone who grew up with Mario Kart. Like I played the Crash games, but I never played CTR before. So this is like my first experience with the game. And I got to say, I am obsessed.
Really?
And I go from being like, this is better than Mario Kart in some ways. Or I do legitimately think it's got a... it's gonna last longer than I play Mario Kart. Like when Mario Kart 8 came out, I played it like exclusively for a while, but then I stopped. But CTR, I feel like it's gonna be sticking around for a while because they're also releasing more and more free content, which is very exciting.
Right.
So
free content's always good. Yeah.
I guess let me quickly talk about CTR. So it's obviously Crash Team Racing. It's a kart racing game based around the characters from Crash Bandicoot. There is an adventure mode that is based all on the first CTR game. So it's like you can. If you play Diddy Kong. Have you played Diddy Kong?
I have.
Yeah. So it's similar to Diddy Kong, where you drive to the races,
right?
And then there's boss characters at the end. When you beat the bosses, you unlock that character in the main game.
Right.
So that's kind of a new concept other than Diddy Kong, but Mario Kart's. I'm like comparing it more to Mario Kart. Mario Kart's never really had, single player campaign adventure mode.
They've never had a story mode.
No, it was always like get first place in all the Grand Prix stuff. Grand Prix. But that was about it. But in Crash Bandicoot, you are constantly unlocking characters. There's like a lot of different types of races. So there's like the main race. So that's just the goal is to get first place. You get the gold trophy. And they have the CTR tokens. So there's like 3 tokens that are hidden within the level, and you have to collect all 3 within the 3 laps and then place first. So like you start the race, you don't know where the CTR tokens are. But that's very fun. And then there's the relic races, which is like a weird twist on time trials. So there's like these crates that when you hit them, it freezes your time. And
okay.
Yeah. So, but if you hit them all, I could be wrong. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I think like if you hit every single box, it like subtracts more time from your overall time. So the goal is to like either get to the end as fast as you can, or if you can hit all the boxes, that might help your time.
We're never wrong on the show.
Never wrong.
Facts.
Never wrong. Facts are right.
Facts.
Yeah. And there's like platinum, gold, and bronze, I think.
Factual.
And then CTR also has a decent online. It's not great. I think we've had good experiences with like friends, like when you invite your friends in. But like when I play online, even today, like with the new update in GP, like there's some times where like it's really like laggy. The weapons don't work. Like when you get shot,
they've never had online before, right?
No.
Like the original CTR. No. So I guess it's kind of like a new thing for them.
Yeah.
Because is this still Naughty Dog?
No, this is Beanox. Yeah, Beanox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is like this is an Activision game, and they've employed Beanox to make this game. They're
Beanox, never heard of
them. I think this is their first game in the development thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just such a beautiful game. Like it's gorgeous. They've like like the Crash Insane trilogy, like they've completely remade all the tracks. Not only in CTR, but the game that came out afterwards, and that was like one of the first games Naughty Dog wasn't a part of, called Nitro Kart. And people didn't like that game because it didn't control as well as the original CTR, but people liked the races. So what they did was they take the controls. Yeah, they took the controls of CTR and then they remade all the Nitro Kart stuff. And so instead of like having like, I think like CTR, I might be wrong, might have like, I think it's like 12 tracks, maybe even less. But then like adding the Nitro Kart stuff, you have like over 20 tracks. And then they can keep adding new stuff with the new Grand Prix that they're doing, which is kind of like a battle pass system. So every day you have like daily and weekly challenges. And when you do them, you get Nitro points. And when you get enough, you'll unlock cosmetics, you unlock new characters, you unlock new karts. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
It's very cool. I love it. I keep going back and forth whether or not I like this or Mario Kart more. Yeah. I think with Mario Kart, I feel like you kind of hit, you only get so good at the tracks, you only get so good at drifting. Okay. In Crash, it's all about power drifting. So when you're grinding when you're drifting, yes. There's a bar at the bottom, and when it hits you want to wait till the bar hits close to the top. And then when you press so like if you're drifting with R1, you have to wait till the bar gets high. You press L1, it gives you a boost. And so there's timing. There's like, if you can f it up. With Mario Kart, all you have to do is just lean in your drifts and you can get your boost.
And then you see the color of your drift.
Exactly. Yeah. CTR, you actually have to press every time your bar gets to the top. And you get, yeah. And then, so you can do that 3 times in one drift. But what's cool is that you can just jump into another drift. So like
you're do it again.
Going 1, 2, 3, jump to 1, 2, 3 drift. So like when you're doing time trials, like you're always just power drifting, and it's just it's a lot more skill than Mario Kart.
Okay, yeah, that makes me think of like even other racing games like Gran Turismo and stuff. If you go manual instead of automatic, and you're actually paying attention to like
when you
shifting down and shifting up and stuff,
you're faster.
So you're actually thinking about the buttons you're hitting. It's not so simple as just drifting. Exactly. So I kind of like that. I like skill based more.
There's a lot more skill. But like going back to Mario Kart, it's like when you get so good at the race, it's basically up to RNG.
Because of the items. Yeah.
Items, blue shells.
I agree with that. Like Mario Kart kind of lost its jazz for a long time. I think after Double Dash, it kind of died for me.
Love Double Dash.
Because I think Double Dash was like honestly perfect in my head. Like everything about it was just so good. And then after that, I think it's what you're saying of like it's mostly RNG, and there's a lot of items where it's like if you're last place, it's like, oh, you got this lucky item, here you go, and then you just skip like 5 positions.
CTR has that. It's just not as like so their blue shell is like this power ball that you launch ahead of you, but if you're in the middle of the track, it'll hit everybody like while it travels. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
so like how the blue shell used to work, I think in Mario Kart this is how it worked, but when you launched the blue shell, it was on the ground.
It's kind of a mix of the bullet bill.
Yeah. If you're in its way, you're going to get hit.
It's kind of centered too.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you still get the explosion at the end?
Yeah. And then it targets the person at first. And then there's this like kind of like how the lightning bolt in Mario Kart works, but it's like a time thing, so it slows you down.
Oh.
And that hits everyone in front of you. But I find in CTR, like you can get so far ahead of everybody, like items don't even count. So it's like if you're that good and they're that skillful, and sometimes if you're that lucky, you can get very far ahead, and like those power balls that doesn't really matter.
Here's a question. So like how Mario Kart is like when you're first, they limit you to what items you can get. Do they do that in CTR?
They do, but I don't think it's that drastic. Like I think in Mario Kart, they like either it's incredibly low chance of getting these better weapons, or they're not even offered to you. But in CTR, like I've had moments where I don't know if it's just the online like up, but like I had moments where I got like the invincibility thing at like 2nd place or 1st place.
Oh wow! Like a star. Basically.
Yeah, like a star basically. Okay. But like it does feel like they limit you to like the TNT crates, the bombs, and but like in Mario Kart they give you like coins, and coins are really useless when you're in 1st place.
Yes.
Like you need like a green shell at least to hold back to block projectiles. Right. But in CTR it always feels like you're getting something useful. You know what I mean? My only complaint with the Crash items is that they're not as consistent as Mario Kart. Okay. Like they're pretty janky sometimes. Like when I fire like the equivalent of a red shell is a missile, and sometimes it just doesn't lock on to the person in front of me.
It just goes straight.
Sometimes it just doesn't even. It just sometimes just goes bloop, and it just blows up. But it sounds like they're like they're supporting the game, so they might fix it. But like there are times where like the missile doesn't lock, or like the bomb which I expect to shoot in front. Stop, Dax. The bottom to shoot in front. It'll shoot to the left or right. And I think what it's trying to do is like home, sort of, like so that at least you're shooting it in the right direction. But like if I'm expecting it to shoot forward, I'd like move my cart in the way to shoot forward. But I have no idea when it shoots left or right.
Probably just a programming thing.
Yeah, so maybe they'll fix it. Like it sounds like they're supporting it. And I've had matches where I was like in first place and I saw like 3 or 4 blue shells firing at me. So like because you can see them on the map where they are, and like I looked down for a sec because I saw the reticle because it'll tell you like how far they are, and then it like hits you. So like there was there, and I looked down on the map just to see like how far I can get, and there was like at least 3 of them all coming out, and I'm like, this isn't right. But like Mario Kart, you only see 1 blue shell at a time, as far as I know. And there's also a way and you can also block those blue things. Like you can, there's like a shield item, and when you have. Oh my God, there's so much to this game. I could talk about this game forever. But there's like, if you have 10 Wampa Fruit, which is the equivalent of the coin, so not only do they increase your top speed, like they do in Mario Kart, but they also power up your weapons. So if you have 10 Wampa Fruit, your weapons are enhanced. So like the shield is green. So when you drop the shield, it like stays up for maybe 5 seconds, I think. But but when you have 10 Wampa Fruit, it stays up forever. So you just like cast it and it's on you. And then
that's a nice element. I like that.
And what's cool about the shield too is that you can like shoot it too. So if you don't think there's any use of it, you can shoot it kind of like the bomb in front of you, but you lose the shield. It's like things like that like require like just a little bit more thinking.
It's like
just
skill based.
Like Mario Kart, you get so good at it, you just shut your brain off. You're like, yay, first place. But in CTR, there's just so many things happening. You're always worried about.
I think that's the thing that turned me off from Mario Kart is like whenever you're first, you have to play so defensive because of the item limitations, and it doesn't feel as fun.
No,
like you're literally just playing to like get ahead,
but then there's so many items that'll hold you back. So like even if you're the best player in the thing, like. And I understand there's the casual, there's the...
They're trying to balance it.
I get
it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I'm better, then you.
CTR is like... I hate this because I love Mario Kart, but like it's Mario Kart for big boys. For big boys. And it's kind of funny because I've had friends who've been telling me for years that like, well, CTR is better than Mario Kart. I'm all like...
Shout out to you, Andrew. You finally made it.
No.
You've made it on.
It's Craig and Eric.
Oh, is it?
But actually... Andrew makes fun of Mario Kart, but he's also just a troll. But yeah, but they all think that they're all like Crash is the best, and I'm like, in some degree I do, and especially in this generation, like I do think it's really, really, really well done. And I love that they're like releasing more tracks, and I love these GP, even though they feel a little bit grindy, like these GPs are just a little bit more stuff to do.
Okay.
But yeah. That's as much as I want to say about CTR. I absolutely love the game, and it's like not even a full price game. It's $50, and I've put in so much time into it. Like it's
right, and
I think it's kind of, especially from a company like Activision, you'd think like this would be a full price game. It would have like the battle pass thing would cost money. Whenever it doesn't.
Whenever you're Activision, you think instantly like, oh, money everywhere.
EA or I think Activision, or I think you're like, oh, they're gonna grind every buck out of me, but no, like everything's been good. And if you don't want to give Activision money, I'd maybe wait for a traded-in copy and buy it. But I do recommend this game.
I think it'll get a lot cheaper in the fall.
It will. Probably. Oh, for sure. But you're going to miss out on these sick cosmetics. Dude.
I'll get other cosmetics.
That's true.
Better cosmetics.
Spyro should be out soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so very much for watching. What do you think of CTR? Watch our anniversary video. I'm pretty sure we're going to post that first. And
pretty sure.
Thank you, Eve, for coming out.
Thank you.
And have a great day, everybody.
Stop sweating so much.
I know,
Jesus, You're dripping on your shirt.
I hate the summer. I hate the summer. It's too hot. It's too hot.
To be fair, it is very humid here today.
It's very humid.
It rained a lot.
It's very humid. And I swear to God, someone comments about buying a fan, I'm going to freak out.
We have an AC. It's just not on.
It's not on because it makes noise.